What's up guys, thanks for tuning in. Today we're coming to you from Three Rivers State Park, right here on the beautiful shores of Lake Seminole in North Florida, the northern part of the panhandle. Beautiful, beautiful spot, and maybe one of our favorite campsites we've been to in Florida. So Three Rivers State Park is located in Sneads, Florida, which is way up in the very northern part of North Florida, real close to the Georgia line. In fact, half of Lake Seminole is in Georgia and half of it's in Florida. We need a place to stop on the way back south as we were heading back through Florida, and we found this kind of on a last-minute reservation, which is surprising. We couldn't stay here as long as we were looking to, so there wasn't enough availability.
Because of the weekends. So we couldn't get the weekend before and we couldn't get the weekend after, but we could get 4 nights during the week.
We're in site 11. It's a back-end site. I was a little concerned when I first saw it. It looks like it was going to be a little bit tight, but it's plenty long for a 34-foot fifth wheel. Overall, super nice site, nice and wide. We get a nice amount of shade during the day here. We can stick the awning out, keep the sun off the side of the fifth wheel, keep it as cool as we can in Florida. I think our thermometer said like 97 degrees yesterday at 5 o'clock. So
yeah, that was welcome back to Florida. So
time to get reacclimated to that Florida heat, I guess. But I'm going to show you guys some stuff here, right here around the site, and show you what this place is all about. So they have canoe rentals here, $15 a day for canoe or kayak rentals, and then you launch them right there, and they have a canoe launch right there, fish cleaning station, and then this is a view right here from our site, which is awesome. We have a beautiful sunset view when we look down the lake that way. Get a beautiful sunrise view when we look back that way. So super nice campground. Gonna try to do a little fishing out here on this dock that they have. Some open space right there to do some fishing from the shore, but just a beautiful view right here from the campsite. And you can see, I mean, the campground right now is not very full. So one unique thing when you do arrive here, you'll stop and check in at the front gate, and then the camp host will open this little building up over here at 4 o'clock Central Time, and you go there to actually get your car pass with your gate code. So, like I said, nice and wide, really wide site. Works out really good with nobody in that site, but plenty of room to park the truck next to us. Got our chairs set up facing out over the water. And there's a view. So kind of one unique thing to note about this campground is that it is actually in the central time zone, but it's right on the border. So you can drive to one part of the park, and if you have you know, a phone that switches time automatically, like we have iPhones, so that it'll switch from Eastern to Central back and forth. Sometimes it's even switched while we've been sitting inside the fifth wheel. We'll check our phone, it'll be Central time, check it again a little bit later, it'll be Eastern time. So get you a fixed clock. We have a wall clock hanging up in there, so we're just gonna go by that, because your watch or your phone will fool you for sure. But officially the campground and this whole park is officially in the Central time zone. So today we decided to take a ride over to Florida Caverns State Park. It's about 40 minutes from where we're at here at Three Rivers State Park. The campground there is still closed from the damage from Hurricane Michael a few years ago. They're in the process of rebuilding it, so you can't camp there. But they did reopen the cavern tours. That's something we were supposed to do. We were actually supposed to camp there about 2 weeks after Hurricane Michael came through, so we haven't been able to make it back that way. We really wanted to see the caverns, and they've got some new features that they've added to the caverns. So I'm gonna ride over there and check it out.
To another one. Outside it was a lot brighter with a good little breeze. Then you walked into a dark 100% humidity cave. Believe it or not, sometimes that does affect a person. And it happens to me down here all the time. We will be taking right at a 3/4 mile walk. The cave itself is 5 square miles big. So we are going through just a tiny portion of it. We're going to take a little walk right back here to your left. It is called the tuck and squeeze. This is the only tight spot that you would really have to walk through.
Too cool.
One reason we don't have a lot of bats in here right now is when Hurricane Michael come through 2.5 years ago, it took out 80% of our trees here in the park. A lot of them are hollow, so that we've had a real mild winter. It's been really warm, so a lot of the bats are still in those hollow trees. Every now and then, a few of them will come back inside. A lot of them was in Europe during the war, so they did see a lot of cathedrals. As they walked into here, they saw our Twin Tower Cathedral right here. It does have windows going all the way down it too.
Shark skin without the slime.
This is called the tall man's torture, short man's revenge. It is 4 foot high. Coral, about 22 feet walking.
Definitely low. Low as she goes.
Almost done. Go to the left.
Everybody made it out alive? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's good.
Man, the Florida Caverns State Park, the Caverns tour was awesome. We really enjoyed that. We've been to a lot of caverns. We've been to caverns up in Virginia. We've been out to Carlsbad Caverns. We just recently went there, which was totally awesome. But you know, having something this cool right here in Florida, you know, I don't know that a whole lot of people know about it, but man, they should, because you know, it's not something you would expect to find in Florida, and we really enjoyed it. So once we got in through the gate at the state park, it was $5 per vehicle to get in, so a $5 fee to drive inside the park. They direct you all the way back to where the gift shop is, so you have to go to the gift shop to get your tickets. One downside is you can't buy a Caverns tour ticket in advance. You have to buy it at the gift shop on the day of your tour. So what that means is you might want to plan on getting there early.
Yeah, so the park opens at 8 o'clock. You can get in the gate at 8 o'clock, but the gift shop opens at 8:45. So you can get in line, stand outside there, and we decided to do that because we weren't sure how busy they'd be, and we wanted to be sure we got in on that first go around, and as it turns out, we were the first ones to arrive.
Yeah, I mean, they limit the tours to 25 people per group, so you know, you want to get there early and get in that first tour at 9 o'clock, so you don't take a chance on, you know, if it does start getting busy, you're going to start having to wait around, or you have the chance that you could have to wait around for your time slot. They run the tours every 30 minutes. And
there is a fee for the tours, and it's $10.75 for adults and $5 for kids ages 3 to 12.
And well worth it. I mean, well worth it. That is a bargain. Our tour guide, his name was Mr. Lou. He was very knowledgeable. He had a really good time, you know, made it fun for everybody. There were some other smaller kids in our group, and he just did such a great job at, you know, giving some information on the caverns, you know, the history of the caverns, and really keeping it fun for, you know, for the adults and the kids that were in the group. So he did a fantastic job, and we really enjoyed our caverns tour. It was, you know, you would think once you've seen some caverns or caves, you know, you've seen them all, but it's just not the case. They're all different, and you know, the fact that when you start learning how long those formations take to grow, it's incredibly impressive to think that that stuff's been growing for millions of years. Dylan, what do you think about some of those spaces that we had to go through?
They're very small, like 2 feet wide, and so small that I had to duck down, and I'm not even 5 feet tall. And I had to duck way down.
Yeah, there were some spots that were, there was a couple spots. It was 2 feet wide and about 4 feet high, so, and you had to walk that for about 20 feet to get through to the other side. That doesn't sound very big, but honestly, it didn't feel claustrophobic at all. And you know, nobody had an issue. So you know, one nice thing about these caverns, since it is in Florida, there's not all that big elevation change. There's not a lot of up and down like there has been in some of the other caverns we've been to. Pretty much you have about, I think, 30 or 35 steps that you walk down to get into the cavern, and then from there it's a pretty flat walk until you come out, and then they have a nice, you know, ramp to come on back up into the park, toward the gift shop. Once you come back up toward the gift shop, they have a museum there that's actually above the gift shop. That's kind of where you come out at when you finish the caverns tour. but very, very easy to do. It's about 3/4 of a mile total.
Yeah, it took about an hour to complete.
So not strenuous. It's not like our 800-foot descent into the center of the earth that we did when we were in Carlsbad. That was neat too, but man, by the time you get about halfway down, you're starting to get kind of whooped. You're ready to kind of be on to the next part of it. So really nice part about this is it's doable. You can do it in an hour if you're there and you're the first people there and get on that first tour. You're going to be done and you're going to be back on your way by 10:30 or so. So it's simple to do, makes for a great day trip. It took about 40 minutes, like we said, from Three Rivers State Park, which it was an easy 40-minute drive, nothing to it getting over there. And since you can't camp in the state park yet, it's the next best thing. Torreya State Park is about 18 to 20 miles from there as well, so you could really stay at either one of these parks and make it over to Florida Caverns and do the Caverns tour there. The campground's probably going to be amazing when they finally get it done. They're taking advantage of the fact that they have to redo a lot of stuff to just completely revamp the whole campground. They've put new gravel in, they've put new boards in around all the campsites, campgrounds. So they're really going above and beyond to really make some improvements after the hurricane, instead of just trying to patch it together to get it open back up quickly. They shut it down for a little bit longer and are really making it going to make it a really, really nice campground when it does finally open back up.
Yeah, and this is something you should definitely put on your list. Don't worry about it if it's in the summertime and you're like, oh, it's so hot. The cave is at 65 to 68 degrees, somewhere right around there, so it felt good in there on a hot day. Sure did, man. Yeah, you go down in there and it's a little humid, but man, it's 65 degrees. I say it's a little humid, it's 100% humidity in there, but at 65 degrees, man, it was refreshing. It was refreshing. We were standing out there waiting for our tour, standing out there in the sun at 8:45, and it was getting warm already. So it was very refreshing getting down inside the cave, and then when you come out, you felt that nice blast of Florida heat in your face, and made you appreciate being down in that cave a little bit more. But definitely should be on your list if you're going to be anywhere in the Panhandle. It's in Marianna, Florida, so it's kind of that's west of Tallahassee, and it's not hard to get to at all.
It also marks off a new county for us on a Florida county map.
Yep, so we get to check off a new county, which is awesome. We haven't marked off a new county on our Florida map in quite a while.
Yeah.
So it's kind of neat to get in here to Three Rivers State Park and be able to do that. Awesome small state park, a small campground, just the one loop here. A lot of people in and out, just stopping for a day or two. But it's an awesome place to spend a few days. Great little state park. We will definitely keep this on the list of places to stop at if we're passing through the Panhandle up here. And I think that's going to do it. We appreciate you guys watching, and we'll catch you guys down the road.
Jackson County is on the map.